All right, I'm Yellowbird, Yellow Bill, and this is part 6 of my Resiliency series. This is going to be over real-time resilience, and let's review real quick. We've got what resiliency is, which is the ability to grow and thrive in the face of challenges and bounce back from adversity. This includes the 4 pillars of resiliency, which are mental, physical, social, and spiritual. Mental is paying attention to your needs and feelings. Our thoughts control our energy. Physical is the connection between mind and body. Strong bodies build strong minds. Social is your interpersonal relations, which help widen your perspectives and grow character. Spiritual is adhering to beliefs, principles, and values. All right, this week. All right, so we've covered goal setting, hunting the good stuff, ATC, energy management, avoiding thinking traps, detecting icebergs, problem solving, putting into perspective, and mental games. With real-time resiliency, we're going to be using putting it into perspective, and it's kind of and also a variation of hunting the good stuff and a variation of ATC. All right, real-time resilience is used to deal with counterproductive thoughts that are interfering with your ability to effectively engage with the task at hand, with what you're doing at that time. It's used to lower your anxiety and anger and to enhance your attention and positive attitude. All right, real-time resiliency. It helps build optimism. RTR is what I usually call it, which it involves proving your thoughts false with evidence and thinking optimistically and putting the situation into perspective. RTR is the skill of fighting back against counterproductive thoughts, your negative thoughts, as soon as they happen, so you remain task focused and motivated. RTR is used when you want to say, when you are saying to your, what you are saying to yourself is counterproductive. The advanced level is accurate and fast. It uses evidence, optimism, and putting it into perspective, or PIP. This exercise requires a lot of practice, like just continuing to practice. A example of this, of real-time resiliency, would be in your trading, you begin to scale up in size of contracts or go from micros to minis after finding a consistent success within your system. So let's just imagine we've had consistent success with our system and we want to scale up, go from, let's say our system, we buy 3 contracts at a time and scale out every 10 points. Now we want to buy 9 contracts at a time and scale out 3 contracts every 10 points up to 30 points. Or you're switching from micros to minis. A counterproductive thought may be that I'm not ready for this. Your evidence-based thinking, you would use these sentence starters. The first sentence is use evidence to provide the thought is false. That's not true because my system, the system that I'm using works and is successful, and I'm just increasing the size. I'm not changing the trading strategy itself. Another counterproductive thought would be I may lose all my money. So generate a more optimistic way of seeing it. Some losses are to be expected, but I have been trading my system with a success rate of 75%, so that is going to continue. That is an optimistic view on it. Counterproductive thought number 3 would be I may get overstressed and not be ready for the pressure and lose control of my emotions. So you're put it in perspective, or PIP. My system works and I need to trade like a robot and not be emotional. If I do become emotional, I need to stop trading and reassess if I am ready to scale up or if I'm actually following my strategy and plan. Here is let me get another example of real-time resilience pulled up real quick. All right. That was just a quick little example of real-time resilience. Did you guys and girls see how evidence, optimism, and putting into perspective was used? They used the statements, the sentence starters, that's not completely true, a more optimistic way of seeing this, and the most likely implication is. Next, we'll go over pitfalls. These are the common mistakes used when using real-time resilience. The pitfalls are dismissing the grain of truth, minimizing the situation, rationalizing or excusing one's contribution to a problem, and weak responses. Within our example, some pitfalls could be counterproductive thought. One of maybe I'm not ready for this would be to dismiss the truth that you are ready for it. The counterproductive thought 2, I may lose all the money. Minimizing the situation would be, who cares if I lose the money or blow up the account? I can just get another one. That's a dangerous and slippery slope that some of us go down is, we just get to a point where, oh, it's a PA account. I can just, do another eval, pass the eval, and get another PA account. Well, if you're just continuing to do that, you're not making any forward progress. You're not actually making the withdrawals and the consistent money, and you're not making the casino lose like J Rose is fixing to do on his next payout. Congratulations to that, by the way. Counterproductive thought 3, I may get overstressed and not be ready for the pressure. Rationalizing or excusing one's contribution would be, I can't control my emotions, and it's, the fault of the market makers. A weak response would be a simple answer like something like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, you simply say, just simple answers are weak responses. You need to add substance to the response and justify them. Usually a good response will give you a gut feeling like, yeah, that is an actual, you'll have somewhat of an emotional response to a strong response. A weak response is just something you're just passing over and kind of just phoning it in. All right. The key principles of real-time resiliency is accuracy over speed. Focus on accuracy and passing the gut test, not speed. You should go as slow as you need to go with real-time resiliency at first. And as you continue to use it and continue to practice at it, the speed will come. And once you get going with it and once you practice it, it will almost be instant as you're going through these situations. Real-time resiliency is an internal skill to shut down counterproductive thinking, build motivation, and focus on the task at hand. All right. You need to practice it. It's real-time resiliency takes ongoing practice. There's a learning curve to it. The pitfalls are common and part of the learning process. If you take this and practice it, you're going to mess it up quite a few times. I don't want to say mess it up. You're going to find that it's not that effective at first. And if you continue to use it and avoid those pitfalls and use those strong statements, you'll start gaining traction and you'll see how it works, how it begins to work. If you do hear a pitfall and you catch the pitfall, pause and generate a stronger response. Optimism is the primary target for RTR. All right. When do you use it? You use RTR when your thoughts are distracting from the immediate goal or task. How do I use it? Respond to your counterproductive thoughts in the heat of the moment by providing evidence against the thought, by generating a more optimistic way of seeing it, or by putting the thoughts in perspective. Watch out for the common pitfalls and weak responses. Real-time resilience is the skill of fighting back against counterproductive thoughts as soon as they occur, so you remain task-focused and motivated. Real-time resilience involves proving your thoughts false with evidence, generating a more optimistic way of seeing the thoughts, and putting the thoughts in perspective. If you pull up the worksheet, it's basically just got a few columns on there. It has your counterproductive thoughts in the first column. The second is your practice real-time resilience. You're going to put either you're going to put your evidence in there. You're optimistic and putting it in perspective in that second column. And then in the other columns, you're just going to check which one it is, which one fits in there. It also on the top has the pitfalls to watch out for. And when starting out and doing this, if you use the worksheet, it helps you avoid the pitfalls and the weak responses because it forces you can actually see a weak response, and then you can add more to that response as needed to make it a stronger response. All right. What are your questions for this class and what I've covered? You can go ahead and drop them in Futures Premium or unmute your mic and ask them over the voice channel. All right. Crump's question is, where is the best place to find the spreadsheets? So the worksheets I have, they are in the trading psychology or futures psychology channel in the futures trading techniques group. All right. Any other questions? So is the resiliency a daily activity for me? Yes, I use it pretty much daily. I go through some of the exercises pretty much every day. Some days more exercises than others. The last 2 days I've been struggling a bit, so I've been using a lot of the mental games that I covered last week and things like that, and putting things into perspective or just walking away. But yeah, this is something that these resiliency techniques are things that I use daily, both in my trading and in my regular life. So the best time to do it, so I'll do my goal setting pre-market, and that's pretty much just standard set every day, my standard goals. My mental games and putting things into perspective, and the RTR, I do that throughout the day, any time of day as needed. And then after close, I do a request. Yeah, we can do that. Most definitely. Next time, we'll go ahead and ping everyone. But yeah, I'll use it throughout the day and then kind of do an after action review after close. When I do my when I'm doing my recaps, I'll do kind of an after action review and go over all of my trades and everything like that, and reassess and try and find what I did wrong and look for things I can do right next time. Any more questions? All right, Mitch. Seeing my write up, do I play SPX often after a tough morning? No. Usually, I only play SPX options when I have a money to play around with, and I recently, earlier today, I made quite a bit of money on one of my swings, and so I took that money, part of that money, and used it to play with on the SPX 0 DTEs. Yeah, I'll only use short expiration or zero expiration with fun money. I'll take a percentage. I had some Microsoft swings, and when they really ran today, I scaled some out and I took about 10% of those profits and played around with it. All right. Any more questions? All right. So that's going to be it for the class. Oh, one moment. I got one more thing. All right. The Resiliency Boot Camp. We're going to start sometime in August for the boot camp. It will be approximately a 6-week time frame. We'll do 2 to 3 groups of 2 members each. You'll partner up with a buddy and do work through some of the exercises with a buddy. We're going to have our own chat and voice sections where we'll work through the homework and everything, so it'll be easy for you to find, and you won't have to, go digging through everyone else's chats and everything to get through it. We will go over resiliency and how it is applied to trading every day during the week. And homework will be required during the boot camp. So if you want to sign up for the boot camp, expect to do the worksheets. It's not going to be too crazy or too, in depth. You're not going to have to spend more than 10-15 minutes on the worksheets and everything. But you got to do the work to get the benefit from it. All right. So that is it for the class. For the YouTube, the people watching this on YouTube, if you are not a member of Moneyline Futures, go ahead and check us out. You can find me on Twitter at Yellowbird Investments, YB Investments. I have all my links and everything in there for the Discord. Go ahead, join Moneyline Futures, check us out, and trade with us. It is a great community that we have started here.